All right, so let's look at paper 2, question number 12. What does it say? In a housing scheme, there are 32 houses. All right, the following is an incomplete Venn diagram drawn to represent the data collected by those houses on three types of fuel used to prepare food. All right, so they have given you a Venn diagram in the paper. You got to copy it to your answer script. So when you're copying the Venn diagram to your answer script, some of you may use the compass to draw circles. That's perfectly all right. But it is not a must. Now, for an example, you may not be able to draw this blue circle or this blue set using a compass. So you can just draw freehand. It is not a must to use the compass. Yes, you can use the compass, but don't spend unnecessary time on uh, using the compass. You can just draw freehand when it comes to a set like the blue set here. Got it? All right. Now let's look at the question. In a certain housing scheme, there are 32 houses. So altogether, 32 houses have been surveyed. So where do you put that 32? On the margin of the universal set or the rectangle. Got it? All right, let's look at what Roman 1 is. All right, so let's look at Roman 1. If NA, what does NA mean? Number of elements in set A. So what's a set A here? See, what have they done? Within the brackets, they have given a capital letter for each set. So where is A? The houses using electricity for that set, they have given A within brackets. So the green set is A. If NA equals 21, so where do you put that 21? This entire green circle has to be 21. So where do you put that 21? In the margin of the green circle or the set. And the number of houses using all three types of well. All right. So before we do that, let's identify the regions of this Venn diagram. How many regions are there in this Venn diagram? There's one region here, that's this one, and this is the second region, third region, fourth region, fifth, and the sixth region. So all together, there are 6 regions in this Venn diagram. Let's write the description of each of these regions, all right? Let's start with this one where you see number 8. They have put number 8. What's this region's description? Who owns this region, what I've colored in green now? It's inside which circle? It's inside the green circle. So definitely it's electricity. Is this part or is this region, is it inside any other circle? No, right? It's outside the blue circle and it's also outside the red circle. So here it's only electricity. Now let's look at the next region, the region that I'm coloring now. Is it inside the green circle? Yes, it is. So it's owned by electricity. Is it inside the blue circle? Yes, it is. So then gas. Is it inside the red circle? No, it's outside the red circle. So it's electricity and gas. Now the other one, is it inside the green circle? Yes. Electricity. Is it inside the green circle? Yes. And is it inside the blue circle? Yes, it is. So that's gas. And is it inside the red circle? Yes, it is. It's kerosene. So this part, this region is owned by electricity, gas, and kerosene. Right. Next one. It's outside this region. It's outside the green circle, so no electricity, but it's inside the blue circle, so gas, and it's inside the red circle, so kerosene. And now this region. It's outside green, outside blue, but inside the red. So what is it? What is red for? Kerosene. All right. And what's the region outside the circles? That's the region belonging to families who are not using any of these three types of fuel. All right. Okay. So let's look now. So houses using all three types of fuel. So where do they stay? All three types of fuel, people. The place where you see electricity, gas, and kerosene. That's here. That's four. How many houses use both electricity and gas, but not kerosene? So look for the region where you see electricity and gas, E and G. Where do you see E and G? That is over here, this region, what I'm coloring now. That's the place where you see E and G. So what should be the number of families? How do we figure out it? We know this entire green circle, the entire green set should have 21 families. 8 are staying in this region. 4 here. So 8 and 4, 12. Then how many are remaining? 21 minus 12. 21 minus 12. What would that give us? 9. So how many families should be coming here then? 9. So what's the answer for Roman 1? It should be 9. All right. All right. So let's look at Roman 2 now. What have they said? 16 houses use exactly two types of fuel from the above mentioned fuels. All right. Calculate the number of houses using both gas and kerosene oil, but not electricity. All right. So there's 16 houses use exactly two types. So what are the regions we see exactly two types of fuel? Only two types of fuel. That is this, e.g. electricity and gas. And can we take EGK? No, right? They use three types. We are looking at exactly two types. So EG and GK, gas and kerosene. So altogether, how many families use exactly two types of fuel? 16. So it's 9 here. Then to make 16, how much should be coming in the blank I'm putting now? 9 plus what gives 16? That is 7. All right. So calculate the number of houses using both gas and kerosene, so G and K, but not electricity. What's the answer? The answer is 7. Right, here comes Roman 3. If the number of houses using only kerosene oil is equal to the number of houses which are not using any of the above mentioned types of fuel. All right, so what are they saying? They're saying the number of houses using only kerosene. That is the number that's going to come in this red color blank is equal to what? The number that's going to come in the black color blank that's outside the all the circles. Number of kerosene people or number of kerosene houses is equal to the number of houses not using any of these three types. So number of kerosene people is houses is shown by the red blank, and the black blank is for the number of houses not using any of these three. So they are equal, right? So how to figure out what should come in these blanks? We know when we add the numbers in all the regions, what should it add up to? It should add up to 32 because altogether there are 32 houses. So we have 8 here, 9, 4, and 7. And for a while, we'll assume this is x. If this is x, this 2 has to be x because they have said equal. So 8 plus 9 plus 4 plus 7 plus x has to be equal to what? It should be equal to 32. So then we can find out what should x be. So 8 plus 9, 17, plus 4, 21, plus 7. How much is it? 28. So how many families are remaining? 4 families are remaining. There are 4 to come, 4 more to come. So where would that 4 come? In the two place, how would that 4 get made? With this x and x. So then what should be the value of 1x? 2. 2 plus 2 would make 4. So what should come in the red blank then? It's 2 here. And what should come in the black blank? 2. Okay, let's double check whether the answer is correct. Add it and check. 8 and 9, 17, plus 4, 21, plus 7, 28, plus 2, 30, plus 2, 32. All right. Now all the regions, we have put the numbers. Now what are they asking for? Find what? The number of elements in B, number of elements in B intersection C complement. Now, some of you may have the skill of identifying what's B intersection C complement at once. At a glance, you may be having the skill to identify what that region is. But some of you may be not knowing how to identify what's the region of B intersection C complement. So the ones who don't know or the ones who cannot figure out at once what's B intersection C complement, let's go and see how to figure it out. All right, so now let's see how to identify the region of B intersection C complement is. So what do you do? What we do first? Look, what's the first letter is? What is it? It's B. So now what do? Take your pencil and shade B using maybe vertical lines. What's B's? Color the entire B. All right, so I put vertical lines for the B. Now don't worry about the symbol in the middle. Now see what's next. What's the next letter? That is C complement. Now what does C complement mean? It means what's outside C. What is outside C? So C is the blue circle. So you have to color what is outside C. Let's use some horizontal lines to color outside C. What's outside C? Let's use horizontal lines for that. Everything outside C should be colored. Everything outside the blue circle, right? So C is the blue circle. You can use the pencil for this task. Don't do this in the main diagram. You can do it in a rough figure, or you can copy the diagram once again. Or else you have a diagram in your question paper too. You can use that too. All right. So now what did we do? We did color B with vertical lines and C complement, that is outside C with horizontal lines. Now look for the symbol. What's the operation in the middle? It's intersection. What does intersection mean? It means the area common to B and C complement. So what's the area common to B and C complement, where you see both type of lines, the vertical ones and the horizontal ones. So where do you see both vertical and the horizontal ones? So where do you see both type of lines you see in this region, like the crescent, like the moon crescent, this part. This is the area where you see both type of lines, the vertical and the horizontal ones. So what's the answer for this then? The number of elements in B intersection C complement. What's the number of elements? That's 2. All right. One approach is this, or is another approach is with this is this question is quite easy, so you don't have to, even without being coloring, you can do. What is it when they say number of elements B intersection C complement? What does this mean? What does B mean? Gas. So houses which are using gas, right? The area which is common to the houses which are using gas but not, sorry, what's B is for, sorry, B is for not gas, B is for kerosene. So what does B mean? Houses which are using kerosene but not gas. C complement means not gas. So how many houses are using kerosene but not gas? That's 2. All right, so you can take both these approaches to answer this question. Right, let's look at Roman 4. What has been told to us? More than 60% of the houses in this housing scheme use gas. Is this statement correct? All right, so altogether, how many families are using gas? Gas, the blue circle. How many families are using gas? That's 9 plus 4 plus 7. Those are the families that use gas. 9 plus 4 plus 7, that is 20. So what percentage of houses using gas is equal to what? 20 out of 32. That's the fraction. How would you convert it to a percentage? Multiply by 100. So what would it be? It's going to be what? We can cancel. 20 has how many? Uh, we can cancel by 4. That's 5 and 8. So 5 times 100, that's 500 divided by 8. So what's 500 divided by 8? That is 6. So it's 62.5, right? So what's the percentage of houses using gas? 62.5 houses. 62.5% houses use gas. So they've said more than 60% of the houses in this scheme use gas. Yes, it's correct because 62.5% use gas. So therefore, the statement is correct. That's one approach you can take, or else another way is you can figure out what is 60%. You can calculate what is 60% of 32 is the total number of houses. So what is 60% of 32? 60% means 60 over 100 times 32. What would that give you? 6 times 32, that's going to be 192 over 10. That's 19.2, right? So 60% of 32 is 19.2. Number of, then you can find out the number of, then you can write number of houses using gas. How much is that? 9 plus 4 plus 7. All of those houses use gas. That's 20, right? So 20 is larger than 19.2. Therefore, the statement is correct. You can give the reasonings in both these ways. All right. So that's it with this question.